All right, it's Freddy here from Unmuted by GosuGamers, and of course, I'm joined by Jared or Belanjo. And we are now at Group C. We're talking about the M3 World Championship, Mobile Legends Bang Bang. So Group C, let's dive into it. Let's like analyze and talk about the matchups. I personally love this group because it's kind of unpredictable. You don't know who will win, who will be the top, who will be bottom. Like, and some of the teams you'll be like, I have no idea who they are, blah blah blah, all that. But actually, no, I do know them. I mean, we research about them,
We
so
all
it's our
do.
job
Yeah,
to
of
research
course.
about it. Okay, so I think let's talk about the first team here. Definitely, I would say EVOS SG, no stranger to the scene. They've been around for a while. Their EVOS has been, Singapore has been, I would say, the champions for 2 years, 2 seasons for MPL Singapore, and then they were in M1 as well, M1, M2, and now M3. But the kicker is that not all the players are the same players. I mean, they only have,
Yeah.
if I'm mistaken, two players
Two,
with M1 and M2 experience, which in Potato as well as JPL, and the rest they're pretty new to this, I would say, international stage, right? I mean,
Yes.
Adamir is not a new player. He's actually, I think he was. I remember seeing him since season 6 of that time. He was still MPL Malaysia Singapore. He was already there playing with another team, and yeah, he has experience and he played other games as well. He's definitely a seasoned player. But the other players like Smokey Gear, Stella, if I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly.
Yep.
They're pretty new to the scene. You could even say that they are, I would say, semi-pro to some extent. They definitely brought a different energy, and they weren't like, I would say, as solid as before, as when it was, you have the other older players like So and all that. But at the very least, So is their manager this time, and they're in their home turf. So, what do you think? Do you think like EVOS SG should be able to secure top two, or well, maybe a toss up? Yeah.
I think that this is kind of like the same. Well, not maybe not the same, but similar to Group A, where it is an amazing team, and I don't mean to put the other teams down, but it's an amazing team filled with good teams.
Mm.
And Group C, yes, on paper looks pretty pretty damn solid, but then you look at it and Evos are miles ahead, and they are. They they will always be miles ahead. Not only just
Mm.
because of the name Evos, like obviously they're not the main Evo squad who unfortunately didn't make it this year, but
Yep.
Evos SG have have definitely shown that they deserve to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the entire squad have put up some amazing results in
Yeah.
their local league, and well,
Personally,
it's hard to see that the other teams are gonna actually be able to fight them.
they may because but the thing is, but for me, I am familiar with Evos and I like their
Yeah.
style. No matter how you change the players, how you change the roster, they always play their own brand of very disciplined,
Yes.
very clean MLBB, very clean game. So they're the type that they hardly make mistakes. So if you are the opponents, you really have to find the crack in their armor, right? The chink. You really have to do that. Otherwise, they're gonna slowly grind you out. And the thing is, you would think that they are not that aggressive early game, but you're wrong. Because the EVOS actually that I know are very good at
Is yeah,
yeah, counter
early game
initiating.
aggression
They're very good
absolutely
at
destroying you.
making creating space for their own jungler. In order to do that, they have to invade your jungle. So yeah, they're pretty good at that too. So you're right that they definitely have the experience, and definitely I would say I wouldn't say miles ahead, but definitely a little bit more like they have the edge against the other teams. But why this team is so interesting is because like you have the other three teams. They're like they're not very they're not your usual names. in
Mm-hmm.
MLB, especially Navi, which whoa, like what since
Wow.
when? Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, Navi picked up Devu, which was the representative from Russia. They were in M2, and most of the players are the same. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, I think at least four of them
It
have
is four,
M2
yeah, four
experience, and
players.
three
Yeah.
of them were here. I mean, were competing in M1 since, so they have the
Mm-hmm.
experience, and I would say based on my memories, they did pretty all right in M2, and they're very aggressive themselves too. Like I would say, Group C is the most aggressive of them all in terms of early game. The first 5 minutes, if you're looking for kills, yeah, Group C. Tune
Mm-hmm.
in to Group C. Watch
That
Group
is it.
C. You're gonna get like queues after queues. You know you won't get like a 5-4 on the scoreboard kind of game. In 10 minutes. No, you will get like 10-10 or like double
Yeah.
digits very early. And yeah, Navi definitely very aggressive. Not the most aggressive though. The most
Oh,
aggressive in Group C will be Susun from
see you
Cambodia.
soon. Yes, see
Yes,
you soon
yes,
are
yes, yes.
definitely that team that are always hyper aggressive. And yes, sometimes it doesn't work out for them, but most of the time, this is the reason why they're here. They
Mm,
have proven that their early game, well, not even just early game, their early to mid game aggression
mm.
has won them a qualifier and got them here.
Yeah, and
Um,
they are the
which is
team that
great.
managed to also like yes, MPL
It's
Cambodia is
just
new, but they are
yes,
also managed to they are the champions of MPL Cambodia, and they managed to bring down like established teams like Impunity. That did really
impunity.
well in
If we think
in
about it, yeah,
MSC.
that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, if we think about impunity, if you look back at just look back at MSC, and one of the only uh maniacs I
Yes.
am
It was Savage,
losing.
Savage,
It
Savage, but
was is the only
uh,
savage was from White Knight.
White Knight. Yes.
White Knight was purely beautiful
Yeah.
at MSC, and
Mm,
this team brought that down. They honestly could take this group by storm.
yeah.
Um,
And during the press con, R7 from RRQ also mentioned that he is observing. He also is
mhm.
observing Siu Sun, especially the
Yep.
jungler. That because he is someone that can play like many different heroes. He can play marksman, jungler. He can also toss things up and play like I would say fighter, assassin. So the
Yes, and
jungler,
that's
if I'm not mistaken, I think is Hove. I don't know how you
yes.
pronounce it.
I can't
Houv.
pronounce it
Yeah, yeah,
either.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's the right pronunciation. Otherwise, yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
please note down the comment, and you feel free to tag us. And yeah, I'll be sure to get his pronunciation on the name right. Come M3. But yeah, definitely. See you soon. I would say they have the potential to take the spot of the top two as well. One spot, maybe not number one, but at the very least, possibly number two as well, in my opinion. Because they like I say, I will always favor the MPL region because they do
Of
have
course.
the whole season of like
Practice.
grinding, and
Yes.
then unfortunately for like Russia, like or even BTK from NA, yeah, there's
Well,
yes, there are a lot of players in NA, but there are not a lot of like I would say organized league,
yeah.
unfortunately. But
I mean,
Bloodthirsty Kings
hey,
is highly regarded by many
BTK.
personalities.
Exactly.
Personalities in NA, they were regarded as the strongest NA team, and they proved that yes, they are the strongest. They made it through the open qualifier, and they're now here. Yeah, they will be here at M3. Um, I watched the replays and all that. Personally, I'm not too
Qualifiers.
impressed. Yeah,
Nah,
qualifiers. I'm not,
look.
but the thing is, I'm not sure whether because they are not as strong or like the competition is just not there.
Hmm. So,
Hmm.
I think what we have to look at in this is not the team itself, but and I don't mean this in a bad way, North America, where the team is from.
They have a
North
long way to go. A
America
long way to go.
have a
Yeah.
long way to go in not even in just MLBB, but it happens in all of
Mm.
esports. You
Yeah.
always see NA struggling. It's maybe it is for a lack of good opponents. So you
Mm.
can't build up your levels.
Yeah,
But
don't get us wrong in the
BTK,
sense that
yeah,
they have the mechanical skills. I think
of
individually
course,
they are still top players, right? They're
yeah,
definitely still like good. They have good rankings, in a global scale even. But just when it comes down to minor things or even like at the draft, that's where you can see the difference between
yes,
like a non-MPL region or a region that has
yeah,
like all these organized leagues. Yeah,
of
you really
course,
can tell the nuances and the mind games they play in the draft, and then even like the early games, how they finish a game up. And unfortunately for BDK,
yes,
yes, I personally I really like Mobile Zane, the jungler, which I feel like
yes,
he
of course,
can carry the game.
yeah, could
But can the team create enough space for him? Well,
probably not, especially
well
in their group, because
uh,
again, you're in a group with two teams that have
mm,
experience, and well, technically three teams that have experience, because your CAS team has
yeah,
just been picked up by Navi, and it is a team that three out of the five players have experience in this tournament.
yeah,
Might
and
not be great. You have Navi behind you.
yeah, that's true. I feel like BDK definitely have to match up to the aggression.
Yes.
They are based on the limited footage that I have of them. They seems to be more like I would say, like a team fight oriented team.
Yeah.
Yes, they will also do split push and everything, but yeah, it's still very standard, very default like gameplay. They will have to really look into like preventing early invasions. That will be
Yes.
number one in terms of either whether it's the execution or the drafting. They will have to be very careful about that. But otherwise, I think it's about time for us to make some
Okay.
predictions. So Group C, top two, bottom two. Like if you have to rank one, two, three, four, yeah, Jared.
I am actually going to say Navi at number one in this group,
Wow, wow,
with
wow,
Evo
wow,
second.
wow.
I I have I have supported Navi my entire life since
Regardless
before,
of the game,
regardless of the game. Before Dota 1, I was a
yeah.
Navi supporter. I'm gonna stick with my guns because CIS gaming in general. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
just look at what they did in CS:GO last night. CS, CS
Yep,
gaming. Let's
yep, yep,
go.
yep,
Come on.
yep, yep, yep,
Navi,
yep.
don't let me down here.
The buy,
Evo's
yeah.
Evo second, see you soon third, unfortunately, and BTK
Okay.
unfortunately coming in last place in the group.
My prediction is pretty, I would say, a little bit different. I will put See You Soon at number one because I really believe that yeah, ultra aggressive play style will pay off if there's
Okay.
no big patch change, like changes
Oh,
from
of
now
course, yeah. We've
to
got a
December.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it may toss things up, but if let's say we can still maintain like the status quo, or if no, if we still
Same.
like a
Yeah.
very like assassin like heavy meta, or like they will fix certain things with the goal lane. Maybe I think Season has a very good fundamental to be there as number one. Um,
Yeah.
it was SG a very safe number two, and I think that's the lowest they will get. I hope. And then
Yeah.
number three will be Navi, and number four, unfortunately, BTK. Yeah,
Okay.
but they will have to prove themselves. I think they have to prove me wrong.
I
I
mean,
believe they
yes,
have the
of course.
capabilities. I mean, every team here definitely has
Yeah,
something to
exactly.
show. Yeah. Mm.
That is it. Even if they're in the group A was blacklist, all these teams have
Yeah,
something to
because
prove,
it's a BO
and
one. Anything
it
can happen.
is
Yeah.
it is a BO1 and it is M3, and they have everything on the line. They
Yep.
can prove that they, even if it might be like the weirdest win ever, they could backdoor.
Yep.
This is their
Yep.
chance,
Why not?
and
Yeah.
we've seen it happen before.
Correct. And they finally can, play with each other like on the offline stage. No ping issue. Hopefully, no technical boss.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
exactly.
zero technical boss this time, M3, please.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
please, please, guys, come
Yeah.
on.
Correct. But all right.